So you guys wanna know some training programs. Well, we're gonna get over here for the 5k 10k training program, a program that actually works. Now, these programs that I have written are basically guaranteed to help you break PRs, and we're gonna start right here about some of my training philosophy. I'm going to have some in this video, but also in another video. I'm going to have a lot more, but here's a little introduction. Say most of my training volume is based on low intensity and high volume. To say that most of the aerobic conditioning comes from easy and moderate running at a fairly high mileage, mostly run on trails, hills, every day. This is going to build a lot of strength. Which makes you nearly invincible to injury. Many people get injured because, one, they don't put in the proper base, they don't put in the proper miles, and they jump on the track and start sprinting. No, it just doesn't work like that. If you want to be a distance runner, you gotta train like a distance runner, and events that are 5k, 10k are basically all aerobic, mostly aerobic. Second is a lot of tempo and fartlek running, also to aid in strength, but more in aerobic endurance. This is running at a level that just starts to produce lactate for a long time. This is unlike easy trail runs, which builds mostly strength to run forever, but endurance at a faster pace is absent in this. So when you're running long runs, the endurance is really absent, but the strength. Long runs, think about it, mileage is strength. Endurance running at a faster pace is achieved by fartlek and tempo running, right? So the good part about this, it will prepare you for any faster running ahead of it. Without the base, you can't build a high tower, right? On the top of these fundamental strength and endurance runs, speed comes naturally, because when the heart and lungs are strong, it is much easier to run a 5k and 10k pace due to the fact that these events are almost, like I said, all aerobic, 90 to 95% aerobic, respectively. To be exact, running at VO2 max and below it. So VO2 max, threshold, those are basically the aerobic systems in your body, right? I always suggest running these paces in interval workouts at or just slower than your current race pace level, and no faster, due to some people overachieve, they overdo things, and they don't benefit from it. These workouts become hard when we cut the rest, right? Not the speed, but we cut the rest. We don't increase the speed yet, but we cut the rest to half the interval time and include jog rests. This makes sure you cannot run faster than your VO2 max or 5k or your 10k pace. Very important, right? Very important things that nobody's going to teach you about. If you can, you're already okay. If you could do this, you're in for a big PR. We save the faster running for repetition running. Well, I'll explain that later. By the end of phase 3 of training, you will find the 5k, 10k pace workouts to feel easy, and so you're going to run a PR, right? Last is specific speed done in repetition running. This with big recovery makes it easier to run fast at rep pace, R pace, around 3k, mile, 800, 4 minute, or to basically sprint paces. Repetition running is done with full recovery, so you could run fast because it's anaerobic. Even at these paces, I'll give you times to run at specific mile, 3k, or 800 pace. You must run the specific pace. Understand? Gotcha. These reps are more anaerobic and are done very sparingly, just to tune up the muscles at the beginning of the program, as well as at the very end to induce a kick for a championship races that are won progressively with a kick. I'm assuming if you're running under a 15-minute 5k, collegiate conference championships, and whatever bigger meets like that, you're gonna not run for time but for a kick for a win. Slow training program, it's a little different, but more on this one. Most of my easy runs are to say always run progressively to train the body to run races in this manner as well. I always start slow and end a little bit faster. Still keep it in the easy zone, but yeah. I also include quality P runs. Those are progression runs. So those are harder progression runs, not like the easy ones that are okay. So they're hard runs to simulate a kick at the end of a race, which are practiced from the beginning phase of the training program all the way to the end of it. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. To say these runs build a hell of a lot of strength and confidence, because the change of pace is not an easy thing to do when you can. Not an easy thing to do. And when you can master this technique, you can expect to win a lot of races where the competition is way above your level. One example for this, going back into college, one race, for instance, and then the NCAA national championship, my 5k and 10k my senior year of college, where I placed 15th in the I placed 5th in the 10k and came back a day later for a double third place finish in the 5k. Ooh. Many sub 14 minute 5k runners. My 5k was only 14:18 at the time, and I was seeded 16th in that race. To come into third, this is how this training program is going to get you to that kind of level. Even if you're not the fastest, you can still win races. I believe it was the strength of running 180 miles a week in college that gave me the edge to double in races, because I could recover faster and handle more volume, which is a very big key thing when you're running mileage. We're going to come up here now for the training program. Disclaimer: this training program imposes a high risk level for athletes who are at the level of a sub 15 minute or 31 minute 10k. Attempt it at your own risk. You must be at this level of fitness to handle these workouts. Understand, you must be at that 15 minute or 31 minute level, not just you think you are, it's that you ran a race that said you were. Just like anything in life, if you get hurt, it's your own damn fault, and I won't be held responsible for your death. Thank you. So, before week 1 of this program, you must be running and building up to 100 miles a week. Oh, jeez. For anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, determining on what fitness you are at. Before, if you had a long break of a few months or longer, you may need 6 weeks. If you're coming off a short break of a week or two, I suggest at least 2 weeks. If you're running this amount of mileage, you must follow this program as the best of your ability. This means running the desired paces related to your current fitness level. That's 31 minutes and 15 minutes. Must not go faster. These training intensities are listed below. Easy runs, 7:30 to 8-minute pace. That is an easy run. Understand? You start a little slower, you end a little faster, right? So you start 8-minute pace, you end at like 7:30 pace. Progression, right? Do these runs on hills, right? A lot of strength, a lot of hills. Do them on mountains. Marathon pace is quicker. 6-minute pace is going to be the pace for this specific athlete, right? So they're like harder runs. Threshold pace is obviously running at your threshold. This will be around 5:30 pace. Tempo runs, steady runs, tempo intervals, bada bing, bada boom, right? We should know what that is by now. Progression runs, easy progression is like your easy run, but this one is also like a tempo progression. You're going to start like 6-minute pace or so, then end at like 5-minute pace, or close to like 10k pace, and that's actually a pretty hard workout. Fartlek running, I like to do them around tempo or 10k pace, or even any specific pace with very short recovery jog. And for this athlete, the recovery jog is going to be 6:30 pace, and then the ons or the harder run is going to be like 5:30 pace or 5-minute pace. So it could get pretty demanding. Intervals, it's similar to fartlek only, but you go only race pace, no faster. Slower is okay with shorter rest. 10k speed is 5-minute pace, 5k speed 440s. Sprint running, hill sprint. Repetition running, short runabouts with full long recovery. I just explained that before. Sprint running, hill sprints, strides, full recovery between. It's just to get the legs moving. Sprint running doesn't necessarily mean to be hard. So for this next video, we're going to get into the actual training program for the 5k and 10k runner. See you in a bit.